What's going on, YouTube? It's AtAllCost Dad again. I just wanted to post a video of a firearm that I purchased recently. I've had it for almost a month now, and I've done some research on it and seen a lot of videos on YouTube regarding this particular firearm. As you can tell, it's a Springfield Armory. Some of the videos that are out there, they're really good. They got a lot of production. There's Springfield Armory themselves and a few other people that are actually out there posting videos of their firearms. I just wanted to do mine, maybe bring out a couple of the things that I've noticed that a couple didn't actually come out in a few other videos. So we'll go ahead and open up the box to begin with. It's a very strong box. I'm actually planning a trip at the end of the month, heading up to Virginia and go visit some family, and I plan on taking it with me. And from what I understand, this box actually complies with being able to fly with it. One, it's a hard shell case. It's got two holes for the locks. It's got two latches on the top, so it's fairly sturdy box, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. I live in South Florida, so I wanted to have a gun that was subcompact, compact enough to carry, but would also work well in my truck, work well in my house, personal defense, and so forth. And I kind of felt like this one actually met all of the criteria that I needed to make sure that it met. So let's go ahead and open it up. So what you're looking at is the XD MOD2. Something that they don't tell you either when you go buy the gun or on the website or anything like that is, before, the other models such as the XDS, the XDM, the old XD came with paddle holster, came with the magazine holster, came with a couple of other things that unfortunately the newer models don't come with anymore. So for instance, if you're going to go buy an XD MOD2, whether it's a 9mm, the 40 or the 45 ACP, they just don't come with any of those other extras. Okay, so just be aware of that. All right, that was something that I wasn't sure of because nobody said it in any of the videos that are out there. All right, so when you buy the gun, it comes with obviously your operation safety manual, comes with your warranty card information, precautions, and all this other great fun stuff. The reason why I waited such a long time to actually do a video like this was I wanted to make sure that the gun fit my needs before I invested anything in it. And I wanted to make sure that it was comfortable for me, that not only just for me, but if something were to happen to me where I don't have access to my firearm, my wife could actually use it to defend her and my kids. So this is just a couple of the stuff that it comes with, your operations safety manual. So far I'm very happy with it. It shoots very, very well. It's very accurate. The recoil is manageable. It is a 45. Go ahead and put this stuff back in here. Alright, so it does come just like you see it. This actually comes blocked off. I just have the very two first rounds that I fired out of this gun. I just wanted to keep them because it didn't come with the ones from factory. Comes with your gun lock, comes with a brush, comes with two keys, comes with the two additional fiber optic sights, the red and the green, which they're tucked down in here fairly good. Alright, there you go. Alright, you have your 13 round mag with your extension sleeve on there. This one comes with the gun. Alright, from XD45. Alright, and then you have your flush mount mag. This is a 9 round. Okay. You have your barrel flag or your chamber flag. The gun has been safety checked. Okay. When you buy the gun and you get it in your hands for the very first time, the slide is very tight. It's hard, to rack. One of the things that I needed to get used to was the grip safety in the back. I noticed that I wasn't actually getting a strong grip on there, and without your hand completely depressing that grip safety, you cannot rack the slide. Okay, so just see, cannot rack the slide. Okay, so you got to have your grip on there good. So it's just a matter of, you know, muscle memory, getting used to it, you know, practicing with your firearm, and so forth. Now, one of the reasons why I bought this gun, okay, I have 3 teenage kids and I have a 9-month-old. Fortunately, my 3 teenage children, which are 12, 13, and 14, do not have the strength to rack the slide. Now, I don't solely rely on that. I rely on the additional 2 safeties. One of the reasons why I got it with the grip safety and with the trigger safety, okay? So if for whatever reason they were to get a hold of the handgun, which I never leave it out of my sight, you know, they have to know basically the combination in order to get it done. Okay, in order to put a round in the chamber if it's at home, or if there's already a round in the chamber, you know, in order to fire the weapon. To begin with, like I say, I don't leave my gun unattended. If I'm on the couch, it's with me. If I'm in my room, it's with me. It's never home alone. None of my firearms are. They're always either locked up in a safe or they're on my person, okay? So, to field strip it is very easy. Just rack the slide back, take down lever up, pull the trigger, this comes right off, okay? Very easy to do. All right, now I've put about 350 rounds through it at local ranges in my area. Like I said, I live in South Florida, so there's no shortage of ranges. It's a very comfortable gun. It's very comfortable. The grip, the texture on the grip is very comfortable. The weight is very manageable. I carry this inside the waistband appendix. You know, I'm a larger guy, I weigh 225 pounds. I do have, you know, a belly, you know, so it hasn't been very difficult for me. This would not be a difficult firearm to carry, you know, at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock position, whatever's the best for you. Would not be difficult at all. It's a very comfortable handgun. The recoil is very manageable. You know, it's just an all-around well-based firearm, and you know, for self-defense, for home protection, I really think that for the money that you spend, you can't go wrong. Now, one of the upsides to why I purchased this firearm was, you know, I was looking at a few other models. I was looking at the XDS, I was looking at the M&P Shield, I was looking at the Taurus Millennium G2. I was looking at a couple. Obviously, the Taurus Millennium G2 is a very, very affordable gun. It's like $300 or less even in some places. You know, but after reading reviews and talking to people that actually own the gun, I kind of felt like to have that as a carry gun was not an option because it's not very reliable. My brother-in-law, who actually is prior military, was the one that recommended I get a Springfield Armory for concealed carry. You know, because all I've ever known is Smith & Wesson and Glock. Okay, now there's a funny story between this and a Glock. I was actually looking at a few Glocks. Now, I went to a local range and I test fired a couple of Glocks, and the grip angle on the Glock is very different than what it is on a Springfield or on a Smith & Wesson, okay? The gun wasn't comfortable for me in my hands, okay? I have fairly large hands, and every time I fired the gun, I would have to reposition my support hand, and I felt like that is just something that's preoccupying my mind and my motor skills in order to maintain the firearm on target. Okay, now the less distraction that you have when you're practicing and training with your firearm, the more proficient you're going to be at using your firearm, simply because you're applying less motor skills, less muscle memory to other things where you need to maintain your focus on your target in a situation of self-defense, you know, protecting your family. And for me, out of all the firearms that I fired, this one was the one that best suited my build. Now, the reason why I didn't go with an XDS is obviously they're single stack. With an XDS, you get, I think, a 7 and an 8 round magazine, single stack, you know, and that's with the 9mm. Same thing with the Shield. You know, you get, I think, a 6 and a 7 or a 7 and an 8 round mag. I don't know, you guys can correct me in the comments below. And 9mm, okay? With the 45 and the XD MOD2, you get, with the flush mount mag, 9, okay? And then with the extended mag, you get a total of 13, plus 1 in the chamber, okay? So at any point you could be 14 or 10, you know? So at the end of the day, would I prefer to have a heavier slug? Absolutely. You know, like I said, I would not want to be shot with a 22, 9, 380, 10, a 40, a 45. I would not want to take one of those. Any bullet will do the job. Obviously, it's always about shot placement. But the deal that I got on this gun was what attracted me to it. I got this for the same price as you would have paid for a 9mm. So, you know, I had to jump on the opportunity to take advantage of that. The other issues with the smaller guns is with the XDS, the grip is a lot thinner, okay? Now, like I said, I have large hands, so when I grip the XDS, my fingers have a hard time holding onto the grip. And then when I do try to fire, it's very uncomfortable because the grip is so small. And my hand ends up cramping up trying to fire that gun. The last thing I want to do is carry a gun that I don't feel comfortable carrying simply because of the grip. Same thing with the shield, not very comfortable. I just felt like, you know, it's more suited for my wife. She has smaller, more capable hands of handling that firearm. I'm willing to deal with the offset of the thickness for my concealed carry. Some people aren't. Whatever their situation is, whatever their body type is, whatever their, you know, their job situation is, you need to make sure the gun fits that. This fits mine perfectly fine with what I do. You know, between my household duties and my job duties, this gun is more than enough. You know, I mean, I'm ordering a few accessories for it. You know, front mounted rail, front light. You know, it's, pick one up for 120, 130 bucks. That's something I have here at home. I do carry an appendix, which is comfortable for me. I can't do, you know, swallow the back or, you know, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. You know, I'm a big guy, so it's uncomfortable for me and it prints way too much. You know, I just can't say enough good things about this particular gun. You know, the ambidextrous magazine release is great. The lockback, great. The trigger pull is great. You know, for a few other firearms that I tested, the only other firearm that I felt had a better trigger than this would have been an FNS or an FNX 40, which I test fired, which was an amazing trigger. And this one, it wasn't far off, and it was about the same price. I just, you know, like I said, I got a really good deal on this one, so I took advantage of it. If you guys have any questions, if there's something that I missed about this particular firearm, please put it in the comments below. You know, comment on the video, like it, and I'll be more than happy to answer any and all your questions. Once again, it's AtAllCost Dad. You know, I'm here for you guys. If you need any help, let me know. Have a great one. Bye-bye.